Businesses are like cakes. You get an idea, you get all the right ingredients, and you make something perfect every single time. Right? Wrong. And it's not that your ingredients are bad, it's that the steps for growing a business have changed massively over the last few years, so you could just be working from an outdated recipe. But that's why we're here to find the perfect steps to help your business grow. I'm here at Funky Bakers in Barcelona to find out how digital marketing is making big changes to small businesses.
Found Funky Bakers in 2018. The most difficult part, I guess, the being alone. Being alone and to know how to get bigger and to know how to reach more people.
Small businesses have huge love from customers, but limited time, limited budget, and limited hands. But here's the interesting thing happening right now. Small businesses with strong offline relationships are suddenly winning online. Local visibility is exploding, and real customer proof matters more than ever. So the question becomes, how do you take the offline magic you already have and plug it into the digital systems that drive growth today? That's where our specialists come in. So I've brought in two experts who've seen the shift up close. Adelina Peltea, CMO of Usercentrics, and Nava Hopkins from Microsoft Advertising. Together, we'll break down how to compete with big brands step by step. So let's get into it. So Nava, you've got a huge amount of experience working with brands of all sizes. I think one of the major concerns that brands have or small businesses have is that they've got a very limited budget. What advice would you give someone who's dealing with quite small numbers?
Most folks will do well with a Google business profile or a Bing business profile. So the number one thing you should do for your business, aside from running visual content, is making sure that you have all of your local profiles claimed, because that's going to end up even unlocking additional ad formats.
So, if you're a small business, here's a simple change you can make today. Claim your local business profile, add real photos of your space, your products, your people, update your hours, menu, pricing and links, and make sure that your NAP, that's your name, address and phone, are identical everywhere online. Search engines and AI tools reward clarity and consistency. Whether it's Google, Bing, or LLMs answering customer questions, your business gets found more often when your information is accurate and unified across the web. But a profile alone doesn't build trust. Nava explained what actually drives rankings and real customer decisions are reviews.
Make sure that you have a place where your customers can engage with you, give you those honest feedback reviews, share their own images so they can do your marketing for you. It's a whole world out there on the local marketing side. If you're just getting started, visual content is a really good path forward.
Fresh reviews matter. Bright Local's consumer survey shows people trust businesses more when reviews are recent. And in their expert study, 40% of SEO pros aim for 2 to 3 new reviews a month, not for volume, but to keep your profile active and signal freshness to search engines and AI. Now, the problem is getting consistent reviews takes time, creating posts takes time, and managing profiles takes time. And if you're a solo entrepreneur, time is the one thing you don't have. That's where AI comes in.
I know that I will be alone for a while. It's not going to be easy to have a big team for the management and for the strategical part. For a while, I have to have help from digitally, technologically, and AI. I would ask, how can I make this work for me?
So this is not about investing in AI, like I'm going to pay $50, $20 a month for an AI subscription. It's what tools built into the things that we were already going to invest in anyway do we want to take advantage of?
I think for small businesses, there's a lot to keep up with. Like you have a small team, a small budget, but big ambitions. So a lot of the mistakes that I'm seeing is like, how do you keep up with the latest technologies? Some of them will help you, like Nava said here. And maybe even 1 year ago, the situation is completely different. Or like you're still applying the old playbooks, or you just don't know what are the opportunities out there. And I think small businesses were concerned about creating visual content before, right? Like images, videos. And now with the rise of AI, this has become more like it's at the fingertips of everyone. Have you seen any examples of these changing over the last 1 year, let's say?
Yeah, so pretty much every platform has their own AI generative tool. If you look at your business and you think about all the various functions. There are certain functions that drive us nuts. Like for me, I am not a visual learner. Anything that has to do with design and formatting drives me nuts. Like I will work on editing videos, I will work on making creative, but it is not what brings me joy. Me throwing that to Copilot or to ChatGPT or to Claude or to Gemini or to any of these other AI tools, that's a really powerful opportunity to free me up to work on the things that I'm good at and that bring me joy. Because ultimately that's the point. Like our time should be spent on what brings us joy. And when we're joyous, we're usually more aligned to make money because a happy mind is a productive mind.
I recommend kind of like keeping an eye on opportunities and kind of play a lot of first mover advantage. A lot of people have become very successful by being one of the first to tap into something, grow an audience on a new platform, play with AI from the early days to optimize either creatives or the targeting.
Part of how I turned from an AI skeptic to an AI enthusiast is I went and experimented with all the different AI tools, and I would just see how they were good or bad at different functions. So Copilot is actually, I've built a clone of my brain in Copilot to help me when I have writer's block. So I'll take ideas that I have and be like, what would Nava Hopkins say about this? Or how would Nava Hopkins respond to someone who debated this point? And I'm not going to print the exact copy that comes out of Copilot, but it's super useful to have basically a clone of my brain that I can dig deeper.
If we zoom out, there's a pattern. The businesses that grow, even on tiny budgets, nail 3 fundamentals. They get found locally, they earn trust through real customers, and they use AI to stay consistent when time is tight. And last but not least, don't forget your secret ingredient. That's the one thing big brands can't copy: you. Your personal touch, your community, your authenticity. A handwritten thank you note, a quick voice memo, remembering a customer's name. That's the flavor no algorithm can bake in.
And what's your relationship like with your customers?
Amazing. I love that. The phrase that they say that when you buy something from a small business, think about that somebody is making a dance, little dance. This is right. When I come here, when I see the people are enjoying the food we prepare, the coffee we prepare, we have a queue that is going slightly and they are meeting with each other in this queues. This is the most happiest, the moments of mine. I love it. For example, next door, they opened a new school. We went yesterday. We said, welcome. We are neighbors. Students and their families and your team all welcome. And you have a special offer because you are next door. We would love you to come every day.
And the advantage that I see for SMBs in this sense is that they are closer to their customers. They have less customers, but a stronger relationship, and they have much more insights. But I think this is where it gets indeed interesting, because to really model the entire multi-touch, multi-channel, it's quite hard for a lot of the engines, but it never gets old, the whole survey on how did you hear about us? If you really want to know what sparked that initial brand awareness. But this is not to substitute what you're saying about performance, what closed the deal. And you need to find the balance between the two. In the world of digital, a lot of people forgot they still need a strategy. It's not just about pushing ads and measuring every click, but it's what you said, right? Who are you targeting? Why do they care about it?
What Adelina's highlighting here is really powerful. Small businesses actually know their customer better than anyone. That's your edge. So how can you compete with the giants? Well, you don't have to copy them. You can focus on what makes your business different, whether that's the speed, the creativity, or the personal connection. And pair that with the same AI tools that the big brands are using. So there's no magic formula, but there is some key ingredients to success. You combine offline personal trust with online precision, and then you can have your cake and eat it too. That's the end of our episode today. If you've learned anything, be sure to like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next episode.